What's up, Aries? What's up, my fellow Aries gang? Welcome to your general reading. Okay, Aries. Now, right away, your candle went out. Oh, hold on. Okay. So this is going to be a general reading for all of you Aries out there. Whatever comes out is what we're going to do. I will be pulling some oracle cards first. If you don't like them, skip ahead with the timestamps below. This is a general Aries reading. Keep that in mind. Take what resonates. Leave the rest behind. If you watch tarot readings, you know the drill, I'm sure. So, we're going to take a peek into your past, present, and future energies and see what we got going on for my fellow Aries. Okay. Messages for Aries, please. Bear Spirit Healing. One of my favorite cards in this deck. Gorgeous. So some of you Aries are doing some healing work, or you have been in the past, okay? Getting over some stuff. Oh, we have the Phoenix Transmutation. For me, this is similar to the Judgment card. It's a lot of inner work, okay? I feel like that goes hand in hand with that healing card. You know, digging down deep, working on what you need to work on so that you can move forward. And flexibility, Willow Spirit. Now, Aries, we're flexible, aren't we? Us Aries, we're flexible. We go with the flow, right? Yeah, okay, sure. All right. All right, let's see what we've got from the tarot today. Let me shuffle just a few times. As I said, we're going to do past, present, and future energies. And see what we get. Spirit, what do we have for Aries? What does Aries need to know the most right now? Messages for Aries. Messages for Aries, please. Queen of Cups in reverse. Definitely can be some healing energy there. Okay. Some of you could have been heartbroken with this Queen of Cups. Some of you may be emotionally detached on purpose. Okay. Either because you were heartbroken or by choice. Maybe because you were heartbroken, or maybe just because, you know, just because you want to be emotionally available right now. What do we have? Oh, okay. And we go from that. Okay, Aries, leave it to the Aries gang. We go from the Queen of Cups in reverse, emotionally unavailable, got our heart on lockdown, to the Two of Cups, which is the current energy. Okay. Two of Cups, close connection. Okay. We'll have to get more on that. We gotta get some tea on this Aries. What else do we have for Aries? Messages for Aries. Ooh, got some Five of Swords in reverse. Now that can be letting go of some anxiety. Some of you Aries could be anxious in the future. That's a letting go of that. Kind of working with some thought process there. Yeah. Ten of Wands. Queen of Cups with the Ten of Wands. That Ten of Wands, that's a heavy load. Carrying around some heartache, okay? But Ten of Wands is also, so energy wise, it's draining as hell. Okay, let's just say that. Get that out of the way. Ten of Wands is emotionally draining, or not emotionally. Well, yeah, it is. It can be physically draining. Which could be why you're now going through a healing process with that. Some of you could just be dragging around some shit from the past, okay? But that 10 is also telling us that you're starting a new cycle. This 10 signifies the ending of this chapter of your life, okay? This healing, the healing for you, maybe you've been doing this for years, okay? For whatever reason, whether it's a relationship, a loss of someone, you know, close to you, whatever, a pet even, whatever that is, okay? And now I feel like your energy is shifting, okay? You're going through this change. And maybe you've met someone that's helping you do that, or maybe you already knew them. This person could be close to you. And maybe that's what's currently going on. What else do we get with this Two of Cups? Oh, Ten of Swords. Yeah. Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. More ending, more cycle endings. Okay. Somebody could have betrayed you. This could be current, so there could be somebody you're really close to now who's hurting you. All right. I hope not. I hope that's not the case. We'll get more. Okay. What about the Five of Swords? Tell me more, Spirit. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Something maybe that someone didn't really want to look at or think about. Somebody having their eyes closed, maybe out of some fear, okay? I want to look into that more with the other deck here. Let me shuffle this way. There's definitely some Aries out there who are struggling mentally, maybe physically, feeling really drained. There could be a lot going on in your life that is really just, you know, almost more than you can bear. Okay. Spirit, what else for Aries? Tell me more about the Queen of Cups with the Ten of Wands. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This could have to do with, it could have shaken your stability or your foundation. Ooh, that jumped out. Fool in reverse. Some of you are afraid to, I feel like out of pain, okay, from the past. There's some Aries out there kind of afraid to take that leap. The Fool in reverse. Now, the Fool for me is Aries energy. So this is Aries energy. It's an energy of just kind of laying low, maybe keeping to yourself, maybe going through this healing process here. And you, it's like your heart is on lockdown. Okay. it feels like from some pain, some past pain, okay? It's kind of like you just turn this key and shut it off. Okay. Some of you Aries out there. If it's about because of a certain person, this person could be younger than you. Could even have to do with family who's younger than you or someone who's younger than you. That's a bit specific for some. But there's definitely a feeling of just a heavy heart. Like your heart has been heavy, kind of hanging on to that. Maybe unsure of how to move forward from that. Unsure of how to heal from that. Okay. Okay, let's go on to the Two of Cups with the Ten of Swords. And two, see, on this Bear Spirit Oracle card, it's a bear because bears hibernate, okay? This is similar to a hermit, type of energy in the tarot deck. Bears hibernate in the winter. And then when after that in the spring, they come out, they're refreshed, because they've been hibernating all winter. So it's that type of thing. You've been in this hibernation sort of energy. Okay. Tell me more about the Two of Cups with the Ten of Swords. Okay, two came out. Strength in reverse, yeah. Strength is Leo energy, High Priestess. Yeah. All of this is like pointing to how difficult it feels. And some of you don't trust what you feel. Some of you may get kind of psychic downloads. Maybe you're not trusting that. Strength in reverse, High Priestess in reverse. With this Two of Cups, Ten of Swords. Let me get another one on that. King of Swords. King of Swords, that energy is very logical, okay? And some of you are in this mindset, okay? You're kind of stuck in your head. Stuck in your head because, if you're shutting off emotionally, locking up your heart, shutting off those emotions, you're going to be in your head all the time because you're not balanced, okay? And some of you are you're normally very intuitive, okay? And it's almost like shutting down a huge part of what makes you, of who you are. But I feel like there is someone here helping you. There's someone in your energy. I don't, you may already know them. Maybe you haven't met them yet. And it could even be this King of Swords energy kind of guiding you through this process. And Spirit's saying to me, get back to yourself. It's kind of like, it almost feels like it's a feeling of being lost, of trying to find yourself again, of trying to find what's important to you, where to put your energy. Some of you may have lost yourself within a relationship, okay? at some point. It's a real, there's a heaviness here. But on the other side of that is that part of you kind of waiting to fly out here like this phoenix. And this is a lot of Aries fire energy here. And I think that's what's starting to happen coming out of this hibernation period and going back within to who you really are. It's kind of like you can't be on lockdown for this long without it affecting you deeply. Okay. All right, let's see. What do we have for the Five of Swords? Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles again. I dropped it. It was upright. That's a nurturing type of energy. It's assessing the situation. It's assessing process or progress. Why did I say process? It's looking at the progress that you're making, figuring out, am I still going the right direction? Eight of Wands in reverse. There may be people in your life you need to cut out of your life, kind of maybe quit talking to them, so that you can do what's best for you. An Eight of Cups. More walking away emotionally. But I feel like this time, this is more specific about certain people in your life. You don't necessarily have to cut them completely off, but it feels like there could be some communication, some kind of energy that it's not working for you. Okay, Aries, I'm going to say that. It's not. And some of you might, in the future kind of look and say, okay, do all of these people in my life, if people are part of this, plant tree here on this Seven of Pentacles card, maybe I should trim some off here. Maybe I should trim a couple off over here. Okay. To grow better. This is it's nurturing. Okay. It's very earthy. Some of you may even need to get back into some more nature, to kind of really ground yourself, because some of you feel it's an unbalanced kind of energy. You're too far one way instead of being more balanced. But some of you may need to walk away from, just those things that weigh you down emotionally. Some of you may even have a tendency to you get so weighed down emotionally that's when you kind of shut down emotionally. And this is where the issue happens, because for some of you, even though we're fire signs, you can't just, okay, I'm just going to not be emotional at all. Okay. Because if you were just born to be that way, you're cutting off who you are. You're not being authentic because you're shutting down. Okay. So I feel like I need to say, it's kind of a reminder hey, don't forget you're a fire sign. You're stronger than you know. Okay. When you shut off emotionally, you're missing out on maybe information that's coming to you in different ways. Signs, symbols, messages, dreams, downloads, kind of, intuition. Intuition doesn't come from what's in your head, okay? It comes from what you feel, a gut feeling. Your intuition is telling you something. You feel it in your gut, okay? You don't think it in your head. So you can't have flexibility and you can't have changes unless you're kind of well-rounded and kind of balanced out, which is You know, nobody is completely balanced. You know, there's probably a few people on the planet. But you have to do what's best for you. And you have to remember who you are at the core. And don't shut that important part off. Because it's a part of who you are. If something is bothering you emotionally, you know, take some time, do that healing. But don't get trapped in that space. Because in the long run, it's not going to do you any good. Okay, Aries? Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Feel free to leave a comment down below. I appreciate all your likes, all my subscribers. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Take care. See you next time.